back with the Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports on this Thursday night. Thursday night, folks. Tonight is recap OU football. We bring my man Big E on here in a few minutes. But our Sooners, Boomer Sooners, had a bad game. But before we get into that, I got a couple things we'll talk about. We'll drop a show this week on Keep It 100. I'll be flying out this Friday morning down to South Carolina to catch that game. Hope our Sooners get back on the winning track. Me and a couple guys, man, should be a good trip. Guys trip. Hoping we can get the win, though. That's the biggest part. Get the win. We need the win. Somebody told me yesterday, if OU don't win this game, they might not win another game the rest of the season. But I don't think that's true, folks. I think they got a good chance to it's gonna be tough to go play in Alabama. Can they beat Alabama? Yes. Alabama don't have a mobile quarterback, so that's always been OU's kind of nemesis is a mobile quarterback. Alabama's running back went down. He might have went down with a concussion. I don't know his protocol when he's going to be back. But, Alabama do got some good receivers. And our defense didn't play their best game last Saturday. But we tackled like we were playing flag football. So that hurt a little bit. But like I said, we'll get into that when Big E come on. Couple big high school games this week in 6A. You got two teams that ain't won a game. Two good teams that ain't won a game. I can't really call them good no more because they're both 0-5. But you got Westmore and Santa Fe both looking for the first win of the season. I like to be a coach, see what he tells kids. You haven't won a game. You only got 4 or 5 games left, or whatever you got left. But it's tough. But you got some pretty good matchups. So you got PC West. They're just probably bad. I'm in 6A. I guess I'm in 6A too. I'm sorry, folks. I'll be in 6A too. The big game in 6A too, you're going to have Stillwater versus Choctaw. That game's going to be played at Choctaw. Choctaw really needs to get this win. They want to stay kind of in control of being a district. If not, they're going to have to go travel to Sand Springs. They're going to have to be on the road for the first round of the playoffs. But you should see. It should be a good game, though. I've gotten a chance to see Stillwater in person when they played Carl Albert. Choctaw comes off a big win last week against Sophomore. I really thought Sophomore would give him a game, but no, not on homecoming. Jake said not on homecoming. He didn't play that. But like I said, we'll go to 6A1. A couple big games in there. You got Jinx, Deer Creek. Jinx should run all over that. Congratulations to Mr. Jones, Batman himself. He committed from Oklahoma State, and he's going to take his talent up to Jayhawk land. He's going to be a Kansas Jayhawk. Good school, good new stadium. So pretty sure they paid him some good money to make that decision. One of the top backs in the state. I can debate that, but I'll do that more on Sunday on the Keep It 100 show because I think there's some other backs coming. I think Elijah Matthews can say, hey, wait a minute. That's my favorite line, folks. That is big time. But I just think that, congratulations to him and his family. They'll be wearing blue. Going up to Kansas, and when his daddy probably played with OU, Kansas was probably OU's homecoming, but Kansas has changed around these last few years. You got more Norman. Norman should take care of business now. Another big one, you got Broken Arrow and Norman North. Another big ball game. Really, truly, Norman North got one loss. That's the Norman early year, but I think they've kind of turned around and got it going on. You got Union and UConn. Whew. You got Bigsby, playing Enid. You can pick your score in that game. I don't know if you got anything really, really big. Middle City's going to take on MacArthur. That's 4-1, good team. Shawnee and Durant should be a good one. Should be a real good one. But Shawnee should get the win. This is fall break, so a lot of games going to be played on Thursday, folks. So don't miss the games because you're sleeping in on a Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. Most games gonna be played on this Thursday because of fall break. A lot of these teams, I think Carl Albert take on John Marshall. Should see another big game from Anderson and Elijah. Both guys should have really good nights. I think Elijah finished up like last week, 16 carries, 174 yards. But I kind of talked to him. I wanted him to get 200. He came close, but he didn't play the fourth quarter, so could have won easily over 200. So right now you're getting ready for that showdown between Guthrie and Carl Albert for the district championship here in a few weeks. I know Altus is saying, wait a minute, TJ, don't count us out. Bishop McGinnis is taking care of business over there on the other side. So Bishop McGinnis beat up on Middle City last week, I think 58-0. Bishop got it going on, and the Bombers are kind of going in the other direction, but they're young, so hopefully they can get some stuff turned around, get a couple wins before the season. Feel good about yourself going into next season. So that's a big one. One of the big ones in 4A is going to be Bethany and Hare. I think that game right there is big time playoff matchup. Only thing about Hare, my man Brock Day. I don't know if he's going to suit up, so they're going to have to probably put a little bit more on Kyle's plate to carry the team. Brock is having a heck of a year, sitting over 700 yards. Kyle's both having a heck of a year. So you don't have thunder and lightning. You might just have lightning. You might just have lightning and not thunder come Thursday night. But hopefully he can play. I know he's trying to do everything he can to get himself back ready for the game. But when you kind of tweak that knee and tweak that ankle a little bit, it can be tough, especially ankle springs. I mean, it ain't like you can. I know back in the day they said put in some ice and heat and all that. Not these days, man. You can be out a couple weeks, so he don't need to rush and try to get himself back. He just need to relax and get back when he's healthy. Because, like I said, you can get this win without him. That'd be a big time win for Hare and the Panthers and Coach Blink. But like I said, a lot of that's going to come on the shoulders of the young QB. I mean, I know he's been balling out, doing some great things, but these boys been in the playoff. Bethany's been there, and Bethany, they beat Blanchard. So this is a big game for Hare because of simple fact it's playoff. You win, you sitting pretty because now you got to just go. You have Ardmore and Medill. I think it's Medill. There's a couple other teams. They'll finish off the season with Tuttle, which Cruz Campbell said he's not losing the game. So be a good game when you do have Cruz and Cal go head to head. That should be a great game to go watch and see. Two of the better quarterbacks in Class 4A. I know Cal leads a lot of the stats in Max Prep. I don't know what they are, but I know his mom and dad shoot them to me, let me know, Coach Blink. So keep an eye on this young man. But like I said, Brock Day, it's like I said, he's a big piece of it. He's out, but hopefully he can come back and get them where they need to be. That's in 4A. You got Tuttle to Thompson. That shouldn't be even a close matchup. Anything else I see? Got Wagner and Cushing. Cushing's having a better year. They're sitting at 4-1, so that could be. But folks, I'm not gonna get into all these games. I'll say some of this for this coming Sunday. Like I said, I fly out this Friday. Me and some buddies will fly out to South Carolina and be cheering for our Sooners. I know Big E's gonna be ready to talk about them Sooners here in a minute, so we're gonna bring him on here in a second. We'll be right back. Folks, we'll be right back after one of our sponsors. Keep it 100. Oklahoma High School supposed to be right back.
The gang's the same, but we changed the name, and we're now Chaos Customs OKC. Still your one-stop shop for all your vehicle upfitting and accessory needs. With almost 30 years in the business, we're your go-to for lift kits, wheels, tires, spray liners, bed covers, leather, fleet solutions, and so much more. Give us a call today at 405-778-8878.
Welcome back to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports with my man Big E. Oh, no use practice report. No, he's kind of feeling down. We both was high hopes for the Sooners, and we both picked. I think I picked. What did I pick? 8-4, something like that. I think you picked 10-2. So we're both still in the range where we need to be. I think they still. This is it, folks. You win, you in the playoffs. You win, you in. That's simple as that. It don't get no harder than that. You win, you in. You got some tough games. It's going to be a tough game this Saturday because you're bumping up against a team that just got beat. You both got beat. I don't know what the quarterback stat is. Big E, what's going on? Tell us a little bit about them Sooners because they let us down.
Man, that was a rough game. I said 10-2 with a win against Texas, and that didn't happen.
Ooh-wee.
But
hey, Big E, in all defense, though, Arch played a great game. The running back got the game going. It seemed like they kind of figured some stuff out. Everybody know as coach, what do they call him? Shark? What's his nickname? What do they call him over in Texas? Coach?
Sark.
Good coach, man. I don't care. The guy, guy's married to a beautiful woman. So, the guy can marry a beautiful woman like that. He got a little bit of game. So, but great game plan. Oh, you shot themselves in the foot, 10, 15 times. You got to score. You got to kick that field goal right before halftime. You can't leave points hanging, and every point mattered in that game because if you kick that field goal, even if they score, it's 13-9. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so they had every opportunity to win the ball game, but I mean, and he had every opportunity to throw 6 interceptions.
Yeah, absolutely. John Mateer looked pretty out of sorts. I guess sounds like that he didn't do a whole lot of as
Practice.
as Coach Venable calls it, good on good work. Meaning he was probably throwing during 7-on-7 period, stuff like that, not really throwing against live defense. So but yeah, and that definitely showed. I think he probably was rushed back a little bit. But all the reports that were coming out, everybody's reporting, oh, looks like John Mateer is going to play. He's first injury report, he's listed as questionable. Second one comes out, he's listed as probable. And I think, hindsight's 2020, but you probably could have played Michael Hawkins in that game and maybe gotten a better result, maybe.
Yeah.
If I'm Michael Hawkins, I'm pretty offended right now. You thought a quarterback that is coming, that is what, it was 17 days off of surgery, he has like 3 screws in his hand, ended up, hurting his hand in that game, not to the extent of what he did against Auburn, but he was bleeding a little bit from his hand. And Mike Hawkins just sitting there like, this dude that's got 3 screws in his hand a couple weeks ago gives you a better chance to win the game than me, who's completely healthy. I don't know. I think I can see Michael Hawkins hitting the portal after this year, especially if Mateer decides to come back. I don't know if he will, but that game definitely hurt his Heisman odds and probably his draft stock as well.
Well,
so we'll see.
Go ahead, Coach. Go ahead, Coach Big E. I'm sorry, my fault.
Oh no, you're good. But you're exactly right about the end of that second half. I mean, OU had all the momentum in that game leading up to that play when John Mateer threw the interception right at the end there. The problem was OU decided to substitute, and Coach Sarkisian being, the coach that he is, he's a good coach. Got to give credit where credit's due. He decides to substitute slowly, and OU wasn't able to get out there as quick as they would have liked to. Had to, by the time that they were able to snap the ball, I think there's under 10 seconds left on the play clock. Kind of had to rush it and couldn't get everybody set up in a good position. So, but yeah, and then the other 2 interceptions. One of those interceptions is not on him. I think Deion Burke should have been able to catch that ball. Is a little bit behind him, but I think if you're able to get 2 hands on it, you should be able to reel it in. That's what I think, at least. But John Mateer easily could have had 4 or 5 interceptions in that game. But yeah, it was just after, like, it was all downhill after that first interception at the end of the second half. OU just came out stale and flat in the second half, and then you pretty much could have called the game after Texas got that punt return touchdown right there.
And
the team was beat at that point.
Yeah, on that punt return, you probably had three blocks to back.
Holding.
Holding. You didn't get. I'm not gonna say, hey, you got to go play the game, no matter who throws a flag, because you call hold on every call. One of the things I wanted to touch base on, and you talk about, Hawkins. He played against Kent State, and he really didn't do a lot in that game there. He got a couple. Kent State's not a very good team, so he had a couple touchdown passes. They look like punts, throwing them up, and receivers making great plays on it. So, do you go to Hawkins, or do you go to? You're trying to win this ball game, and they had every opportunity to win the game, and their quarterback didn't play his best game. At the end of the third quarter, it was 13-6. So you're still in the ball game. You get the big time run, and you get called back for holding number 12. He holds them. Don't need to hold them.
That's another thing. Penalties killed us. Yeah, every time we make a big play, penalty would take it back.
And then third downs. It's 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15. We got to wrap up. Next thing they're darting out and getting the first down. So you did everything to lose the game instead of trying to win the ball game. And like I said, back to Hawkins, that somebody made a comment like, if you talk about getting transfer portal, they said, look at yourself in the mirror. If you're healthy and they go for a guy that's, like I said, has played as bad as he played, and do I think he's going to play that bad? I think the guy's good. I think he got some faults like anybody else. I think he's a little bit better than the guy you had last year, but The biggest thing is with him is that I think sometimes he takes too many chances. Some of the throws he was throwing up, like, man, they're like junior high, plays. You're throwing it up, and lucky they didn't get picked. So, but it all starts with one deal, Big E, running the ball.
Yep.
That's
absolutely.
why Texas was successful Saturday afternoon, because they can run the ball. We can't run the ball, and you got to get these backs carries. You can't put them in 2 plays to take them out, 2 plays to take them out. And I'm gonna tell you something: the Blakelock kid is pretty fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Why we not ran one screen for him? Not one.
Me.
Venables, if you're listening to me, what's it? Arbuki, whatever his name is. If you're listening to me, run a screen with the young man, because I'm telling you right now, if he gets out in space, he's gone. He's gone. We're not ran one screen. Let's take your big lineman, snap the ball, everybody go to the right, throw it to him, and we run. And it's that hard, folks. It's college football. They're running that in Little League.
Yeah.
But we can't get the balls, and we put Big X in for a minute. If y'all don't know Robinson, you put him in for a play or two.
They ran a screenplay. They ran a screenplay with X.
Yeah, with X. Why run it with X? He's up the gut guy.
Yeah, north and south kind of guy. Yeah.
That's it. But you're going to run it with the little dude, which I like Blaylock. I think Blaylock is the best back. The one guy you got, where he at? He's sitting over there collecting his money.
That's like probably the biggest whiff.
Well, that's what I'm saying with this transfer portal. You got to find these kids, man. We're paying these kids where they can get on the field. Make it, hey, I'm going to give you half your money these first 6 games, and then if you perform good, I'll give you the rest. If you don't, you ain't going to get all of it. Let's do something like that. We're paying people to do jobs and not even done. This kid is getting paid. He might not have 20 carries for the season. You know what I'm saying? So, you did everything. Defense didn't play good. They played good enough, but they was on the field a lot, so you can't knock them 100%. But, you got to make plays. Everything is deep. We're not doing nothing, 5-yard outs, no slants, nothing. Everything's deep, And so I'm going to tell you, you're going to go to hostile environment this Saturday at 11:45, South Carolina. They're fired up. Their coach got to keep his job. So, because the SEC, they'll cut you. You see these coaches getting fired left and right now. They don't care. Venables, for you not to be on the hot seat, and DeMarco's seat should be burning. He should put some ice on his booty, because he should be burning, because I'm telling you right now, he's a great recruiter. I will keep him on the staff as a recruiter. But as far as running back, no. It's a musical chair. They play 2 or 3 plays, boom. 2 or 3 plays, boom. You switch. No one has a rhythm, Big E. Nobody has a rhythm.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's been the story of the OU running back room for the past 3 years.
Well,
it's DeMarco, but it's crazy. I don't know if any coaching moves as far as OU goes is going to be happening until they find a new athletic director. But I agree. DeMarco should be out of there. Hopefully, I don't see Brent letting him go in the middle of the season, but I think you might see him take a hike at the once the season's over.
No, I don't think you fire. I don't like how. I'm not an OSU fan, but I don't like how Gundy got fired. If you get fired in the middle of the season, let him finish it out. Then, hey, at the end of the year, you're gonna be gone. What about those coaches that's coaching at OSU? What are they coaching for? They're not gonna keep none of those guys. They haven't won a game yet.
Yeah.
What are you gonna keep any of those guys for?
I don't know, but the highlight of OSU season was a bunch of shirtless dudes at the top section. I loved it though. I thought it was amazing.
Hey, that guy that made those shirts and hats is making a ton of money.
Yeah.
He's making a ton of money.
Man, it's their homecoming thing, and I saw OSU put this out. It's like, we're giving away no shirts. First 10,000 fans through the door. I don't even think you'll get 10,000 fans in the door, even on homecoming, to be completely honest with you. But they're saying there's no shirts. We're giving away no shirts.
Like I said, I think OU's still in a good spot. Where they're sitting at.
Yeah.
I think they can. I do think they can go. Get some things taken care of. I think they can make it to a good bowl. But I think if they went out,
they can still make it to a playoff. Honestly,
that's what I'm saying. They lose one more because you got Alabama.
With the schedule, let me read you the schedule that they have coming.
Talk to me.
So you got South Carolina this week, who's unranked, but after that, everybody else is ranked in the top 16 teams. So you play unranked South Carolina, then you're hosting number 5 Ole Miss, going to number 11 Tennessee, going to number 6 Alabama. You host number 16 Missouri, which I think Missouri is a lot better than what they showed last. I mean,
No,
last week they looked good.
and
Alabama's a
they
good
could
team,
easily
but
won that game.
they could have. At Missouri, I did not pick them to be as good as they were this year. But yeah, and then you host number 10 LSU. So I think if you can go, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you can go 4-2 in this next stretch of games, you might be able to sneak into the playoff.
No, you're going to get in, Big E. I mean, because everybody you're playing is.
I mean, 3 losses. I mean, it's hard. I mean, I know it's a 12-team
SEC
playoff.
tough. It's the toughest.
Yeah.
It's the toughest division. I heard that Oregon State and Washington State's playing each other a home and away game. That's what
You're
I
playing
heard.
a home and home this season, like in the same season.
Yep, same season. Had to
I think I did see that actually. Now that you
man,
mentioned
it's
it.
bad. But you know, what are some?
Well, I mean, the Pac-12. I think they'll have more teams in the conference. I mean, a lot of them are going to be Mountain West teams and stuff like that, but they'll have a conference next year.
So, what does OU got to do this week to get the win? What is your thoughts?
I mean, defense has got to come out there and just keep doing what they're doing. Like you said, you know, they played a good game, but they were on the field a lot last week with all the turnovers and, you know, the penalties, you know, that stalled drives out. You know, you'd get to, you know, you'd think you pick up a first down. Next thing you know, you got a holding call or something like that. And now you're staring at 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20, you know. But if defense comes out there and does what they do, which I expect them to, South Carolina's not really as good as everybody was thinking they were going to be heading into this season. I was really looking forward to this game. I thought it would be a lot better matchup, and you know, maybe it is. I mean, Shane Beamer, you know, he coached at OU, I think, as the special teams coordinator before getting the South Carolina job. So it might be a little, not necessarily personal for him, but you know, he's going to want to win that game. You know, and yeah, I think it's just should still be a good game. Lenore Sellers hasn't really been the guy that we thought he was going to be, but I mean, he still has that in him. I mean, everybody saw what he did last year, and how talented he is.
He's a hit and miss, Big E. He's either good or he's bad.
And well, I mean, with our luck, you know, we're going to probably see the best version of Lenore.
That's what I was going to say right there.
So, but yeah, I mean, OU's still going to have to be on their P's and Q's, 100%. You know, hopefully John Mateer's getting more live reps in practice this week.
Have you heard anything?
Not anything. I think they had media availability on Monday, I think it was, or Sunday, something like that. He said that he's full go.
So, you know, one thing I like about it, he didn't make any excuses about his hand, and that's why that's what a true champion is made of. Do I think the kid's going to bounce back? Yes, I think the kid is a baller. I think he got a little bit of Baker Mayfield in him. I think he's going to come out and ball. He knows he didn't play his best game. You could tell by his hand. His throws were high. Everything he threw was high.
Every time that like he would throw a pass, he's like squeezing his hand.
Yeah, he's squeezing his hand.
You know, he was self-conscious about it.
And you got to give him hard. He's a starting QB. You go with your QB. You know, you can say, hey, Hawkins going to get it. But Hawkins don't look. I mean, the only thing Hawkins would have done, he probably would open up the running game a little bit, but they would have started shutting it down because he can't really throw. And so, I mean, you got to score on that first possession. You go down there, you got to score. You go up there and score. You hit Texas in the mouth.
Well, another thing about it is everything over the middle, for the most part, it was there.
Yep.
Then they ditched throwing the ball over the middle, like over the linebackers. You know, they were able to find that zone right over the linebackers and beneath the safeties. All that they were able to find that, and then they just kind of ditched it. So, you know, I mean, ditched it to try to get the run game going, which they haven't been able to do all season. But you got to get the run game going. It opens up the play action. It opens up any RPO stuff that you want to do. You know, it just the run game makes the whole offense go. And you know, with as talented of a running back room that we have, and that we have had over the past several years, there's no excuse for OU to not have a good run game. And it's not like our O-line. It's not like last year when, you know, you're across the board, you're down to your 3rd or 4th man on the O-line. You know, you got some starters in there. You got guys with experience, you know, and I mean, they're a little thin at tackle right now, but you know, it's the inside run stuff. That's not working, and that's your most experienced guys are the ones on the interior, and we're not able to get anything going on the ground. And yeah, that's got to change, especially if they want to compete for a playoff spot. You got to get that run game going, because I'm telling you right now, Alabama's going to shut down the passing game. Ole Miss is going to shut down the passing game. Missouri is going to shut down the passing game. You got to get that run game going.
I still think they're a good team, though. I mean, do they make it to the playoffs? No, I think they're at least not Labor Day, but New Year's Day bowl team. You know, I think
all those bowls are playoff bowls now. You don't get a New Year's Six bowl without making it to the playoffs now.
Well, I still think they're a good team. I think they're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. I think you find a running back. You give him 15 to 20 yards carries. Do some sweeps. Do some counters. Do something. It's just a plain Jane. Talked to my buddy Luke yesterday. He's big time. He does his shows called Two Man and the Realist. I'm gonna have him on the show with us here in another week. I think us three get on here and talk a little OU football. He's like Negative Joe, but I tell you this: when it comes to Sooners, yesterday he's like, "Oh, they're done. They're horrible." I don't think OU's horrible. You know, I mean, Michigan, yeah, they get beat, but you know, dude, it's college football. When you have so many kids in the transfer portal now, everybody's good. Everybody thought Florida was good 2 weeks ago. Now they lost a couple games. It's going to happen. No one's going to go undefeated. Oregon, with everybody, I just heard people, Oregon's the best team in the nation. Guess what? Went down. It's going to happen. Everybody's going to get beat. Ohio State's going to get beat.
Indiana.
Indiana's a fluke. Indiana's a fluke.
No, that coaching, the coach that they have out there, the coaching staff they got.
Do they play Ohio State again this year?
I am not sure, but that will be a good game if that.
But I'm telling you, I mean, I don't think. I mean, last year Indiana
that quarterback's legit. That quarterback, Fernando Mendoza, he's legit. He's number one in the Heisman race for a reason, Tony. He's a good quarterback.
I mean, our quarterback was in the Heisman race until last week.
Yeah, he had a bad game. Fernando Mendoza has not had a bad game yet.
It ain't over yet, Big E. Who have they played that's really tough? Who has Indiana played that's really good?
Oregon.
So pull up their schedule right now and tell me who Indiana's played that's really good. Michigan's a tough team, okay? I'm just going to tell you right now. OU's not bad. Texas, think about it, Big E. Texas
they blew out Illinois when Illinois was ranked.
Man, Illinois, man, get out.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Man, I'm just boo that guy, boo that guy, boo that guy, boo.
They do not play Ohio State. Actually, the rest of their schedule is pretty easy. But yeah, they're going to finish.
And they'll lose. And they'll lose in the conference championship.
I don't know if they will. I'm saying right now, if OU decides to part ways with Brent Venables, you write a blank check to Kurt Signetti. If you decide to part ways with Brent Venables,
why would you part ways?
Signetti. I'm not saying they're going to. I'm saying because they're about to hire a new athletic director. There's no telling what direction he's going to want to go in with the football team. So if they decide to part ways with Brent Venables, I say they write a blank check to Kurt Signetti.
Not going to happen, because why would you? I mean, Venables.
You don't know. You don't. There's a new. We're hiring a new athletic director, and honestly, I think, because OU likes to hire from within, like people that have ties within Oklahoma. So their next athletic director is probably going to be the guy that's at Mississippi State right now, the son of the Selman brother, or one of the Selman brothers. So, there's ties to OU there. I think he's probably going to be the next athletic director. But
no,
with that. But that said, you don't know what kind of direct. Maybe he doesn't see Brent as the guy for the long term future.
I think Brent has done a good job. I mean, last week, Brent's over the defense. The defense gave up.
Okay, well, you got to look at records. He has had a losing record 2 out of the three full seasons that he's coached. He's had a losing record. All right, 6-7, 10-2, and then 6-7. Right.
That's not a losing. 10-2 is not a losing record.
No, I'm saying 2 out of those 3 years. 2 out of those 3 years, you went 6-7. You managed to go 10-2 in one of those years. Right.
It's not bad. 6-7. You had a bad quarterback, and Jackson Arnold was horrible. As you can see what he's doing at Auburn.
There's no excuse for that at Oklahoma, though. You can't. That's like if Alabama goes in 6 and let's say next year, Kalen DeBoer goes 6-7 at Alabama. They get to 5 losses. He's gone.
No. I figured he would have got fired this year if he'd have lost 2 or 3 more. But he got those guys playing good ball. Alabama's always going to be Alabama because who they are. but OU is still getting adapted to the SEC. So you still got to give him I mean, I would give Brent 5 years. Now, after the 5th year, if he ain't doing nothing, yeah, it's time to go. But I still think, huh?
Year 5's next year.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he's still going to finish it with a good winning record this year, though. They'll beat Tennessee. They'll beat Tennessee
at Tennessee in Knoxville. I don't know. That's
man. We beat them before.
When we had Bob Stoops, Baker Mayfield, Sterling Shepard.
We got the same guys, man. I mean, Barnes is good.
This was 10 years ago, Tony.
Hey, listen to me, Biggie. You got to. I'm telling you, if you get the running game going, they will be fine. You have to find a way to get the running game going.
I agree with you, but there has nothing that I have seen that makes me think that we're going to get this run game going. But I agree. If we get the run game going, I would place us top 10 in the nation.
So you still think the running game is like this?
It's scary.
I mean, I don't. What do you think? What do you think it is? Before we get off here, what do you think it is?
I think it's the fact that, like you said, you're playing musical chairs with the running back room. You're putting one guy out one series, and then you're putting another guy out the next series. And then
talk to me, preach it, Biggie, preach it to me, baby, preach it.
So it's like running back. You got to get a feel for it. Like you got to find the gaps. Torrey Blaylock, he kind of reminds me a little bit, not super reminiscent, but Le'Veon Bell. He kind of sits back there, waits for that hole to open.
I really like him as a freshman. I think if he could stay here and do his thing, I don't know if X-Rob will leave. Most likely he'll probably end up trying to go back to the team that recruited him out of high school, Iowa State. They're having a good year. I mean, they're top 10, and he's a Big 12 back. He'll do good in the Big 12. I think I thought he had a couple good runs. When he
looked good when he had the ball in his hands.
He had the ball, but you can't. I don't know his stats right off the hand. I bet he had 6-7 carries. That's it. That's not enough. Yeah. They were trying to run.
I got the box score. I can tell you how many carries.
What do you have? What do you have?
Let's see here. Oh, I had it. I got it. And Xavier, 3 carries.
3 carries. What did Blaylock have?
11.
11.
Average 3 yards a run.
That's 14 carries. Who else ran the ball besides the QB? Don't count him.
Jaden Knott with 1 carry for 2 yards.
1 carry, Big E.
And then Deion Burks with 1 carry for a yard.
There you go. I mean, right there explains it all. Yeah. That explains it. You have to run the ball 20 to 25 times a game. You still can throw the ball. You can be a balanced offense. No one has a rhythm. Like I said,
20 to 25 carries a game, and your lead back should have 20 of those carries.
Exactly. So how many yards did Blaylock have?
I think it was 33.
33 yards.
Yep.
On what? 11 carries?
Yep. 3 yards a run.
Man, that's bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. I mean, it is bad. But Big E, give me a big score before we get out of here, because I got to get packed, get ready to go. I will, folks. You will catch me live at the OU South Carolina game. I would probably be in the stands before kickoff.
You got to be crazy. I'm trying to see you on TV.
I ain't gonna do all that.
I need you to take your shirt off and start waving around.
They don't want to see all this right here.
ESPN would love it.
Hey, ESPN be like, man,
Network,
they might arrest me for overweight. Overweight, heavy D. Overweight, heavy D. Heavy T, heavy T, heavy T, heavy T.
Heavy what?
Heavy T, heavy T, heavy
Okay.
T,
I didn't know that's what you were saying at first. I thought we.
No, I don't have to edit that now. It's overweight, heavy T, heavy T.
All right.
But no, man, like I said, we'll get together again next week. And like I said, these next few weeks, though, we got to get on here and talk. Like I said, we'll have a special guest next week joining us, Luke. Lucas, man, I love the guy. He's a big-time OU fan. He got his own podcast, and they're called Two Men and Two Realists and a 2-Man and a Realist. Got a chance to watch a little bit of their show. But ain't nobody touching Oklahoma high school sports. Keep it 100 Oklahoma high school sports with my man Big E. Ain't nobody touching us. Great job last week. People, give us a lot of thumbs up. I liked that last week. We got a bunch of thumbs up. Like and subscribe. Me and Big E, we've been doing this for a long time. My man knows his stuff, man. I tell you right now, he knows his stuff. So tune in to us when we come. We don't do it every week, but when we do it, check the show out. Last week, I'd like to thank everybody that tuned in. Great job following us, man, and give us we had a bunch of thumbs up. I like that when you get a bunch of thumbs up, and it ain't that hard, folks. It ain't that hard to come on and listen to us talk about the realism. We're gonna keep it real. We're not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna probably mess up some players' names, but hey, you got to get it right though.
Sasha. I always loved it. Sasha.
Sasha.
Gavin Sawchuk, our running back
Gavin-
last year. You go, Sasha. I loved it.
Hey, I love it. I love it. But folks, we need you to do one thing. We need you to like and subscribe like always. Always on Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. We need you to like and subscribe to the show, the Keep It 100 show, and even the OU practice report, because we bringing it to you real, folks. That's what we do here. Big E, I love you, brother. I'll have to catch you next week. And when we do it again on Oklahoma, Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports on this Thursday night, doing the OU practice report, talk a little bit about Texas, how we got beat down. But we will redeem ourselves this week against South Carolina, folks. The weather's going to be 78 degrees. You might see me take off the shirt. Psych. I'll be grounded when I got home. Wife, I'll be out there sleeping with Baxter in the backyard. Well, Big E, I'll catch you next time, brother, all right?
All right, sounds good,
All
Tony.
right. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Well, folks, it's back to what we do. Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. My man Big E talking a little bit of OU football. Hopefully they get back on a winning streak, but I do think they still got a good chance to get in the dance. Don't count the Sooners out. You got Sooner Magic like always. But I tell you this though, catch me this Sunday as I come back from the game. Talk a little bit about the game, and we're gonna talk a little bit of high school football. We got, like I said, we got some big games. We'll recap some of the scores from what week are we in? Week 7. Week 7. We'll recap some of the scores on that. Like I said, some of these teams need big games. There's a lot of big games. I think the big game is in that 4A is going to be Hara. Hara got to get that win. Brock Day just called me, son. I'll call you right back. I'm doing the show. I don't know his status about this Thursday night. Folks, I'll be at a game tomorrow night. I got something to do real quick. I got to take care of my girl, Brooklyn Miles, have her Oklahoma High School girls basketball between lines. Folks, if you have a daughter, if you just like listening to high school girls basketball, tune in to me and Coach V. We got it rocking and rolling. I'm serious right now. We're about to get into season, so catch us on that. Oklahoma High School Girls Between Lines, and you always catch me on Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. That's what we do. Well, folks, I'm going to get out of here. Till next time on Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. We'll catch you next time on the show. See ya!